The transmission played across every major Terran fleet, station, and colony. A reptilian warlord, clad in blackened armor, stood before the burning remains of a human outpost. His scaled lips curled into something resembling a sneer. "Humans!" General Zyrosk spat, his deep voice laced with disdain. Asterisk. "Your kind is weak. You cower behind machines, hide behind fleets, beg for treaties when true warriors take what is theirs. Prove me wrong. Send me your greatest soldier. One duel. One victor. If I win, we take your worlds without resistance. If you win..." Asterisk, he chuckled darkly, asterisk. "Well, let's not entertain fantasies." Asterisk. The message looped, a calculated insult. The Dominion wanted humanity to react, to make a mistake. Admiral Rain stood at the head of the Terran Military Council, fists clenched. "He's baiting us," she growled. "We should refuse." "Refuse?" One of her officers scoffed. "And confirm his claim? If we back down, they'll press harder, knowing we lack the will to fight. But sending a super soldier into a rigged battle is madness," another countered. "We don't even know the conditions of the duel. We could be throwing away one of our best for nothing. I'll go." The room fell silent. At the end of the table, where younger officers sat stiffly in their pressed uniforms, one man leaned back in his chair, arms folded. His grizzled face bore the weight of too many wars, too many decisions that left scars deeper than flesh. Callum Stroud. 62 years old. Retired Special Forces. The kind of man history overlooked but war never forgot. Rains narrowed her eyes. "This isn't your fight, Stroud," he snorted. "Never was, never is. That's the thing about war, nobody gets a say in when it knocks." He leaned forward, placing his worn hands on the table. "We send a super soldier, we play into their game. They expect brute force. Someone younger, faster. They're prepared for it." His voice dropped, iron in every word. "They're not prepared for me." A murmur rippled through the council. "They'll laugh the second they see you," one officer muttered. "Good," Callum said, standing. "Let them." The landing was rough. Callum felt the tremor of thrusters cutting out as his drop pod slammed into the surface of Kryn 4, the desolate industrial moon chosen for the duel. He exhaled, rolling his shoulders. The Dominion had given him one weapon of his choice. He'd asked for a combat knife. Nothing else. The Zurich forces gathered on a ridge above the ruins, watching. General Zyrosk stood at the center of the clearing, flexing his clawed hands. The warlord was massive, 8 feet of muscle, scales, and scarred battle wisdom. Callum took one step forward. Zyrosk squinted. Then he laughed. A deep, rumbling sound. Asterisk. "This is your greatest warrior? A withered human past his prime? I expected a lion, but you've sent a corpse." Asterisk. Callum just smiled. "Well then," he said, asterisk. "Let's see how long you last against a ghost." Asterisk. The duel began. Zyrosk lunged. His clawed foot cracked the ground where Callum had been standing a heartbeat ago. Dust spiraled into the air as the warlord's massive fist followed, a strike meant to end the fight in seconds. But there was nothing beneath it. Callum was already gone. The old soldier moved like smoke through the ruins, vanishing into the labyrinth of twisted steel and broken machinery. Zyrosk's slit-pupilled eyes darted left, then right. He sniffed the air, nostrils flaring. Nothing. A flicker of irritation crossed his face. Asterisk. "You run, human?" Asterisk, Zyrosk called, his voice reverberating through the dead city. Asterisk. "Cowards flee. Warriors fight." Asterisk. A crackle from an old loudspeaker overhead made him pause. Then came a voice, calm, steady. Asterisk. "You call this fighting? Big guy like you, swinging at shadows? Doesn't look like much of a battle from where I'm standing." Asterisk. Zyrosk's eyes snapped upward. A blur of movement on the rooftops, too quick to track. His claws flexed. Asterisk. "Enough of your tricks! Asterisk, he roared and smashed a rusted wall, sending shards of metal raining down. Asterisk. Face me! Asterisk. Silence. Then a low hum filled the air. The warlord frowned, looking down. His boot was pressed against something, a pressure plate, half buried in the dirt. The explosion wasn't large. Callum didn't need large. He needed effective. Zyrosk staggered back as the makeshift mine went off, a concussive blast sending him reeling. He growled, shaking off the daze, but the real damage had already been done. The explosion had kicked up a thick cloud of dust and smoke, stealing his vision. Callum moved. He darted between cover, using the chaos to reposition. He wasn't trying to overpower Zyrosk. He was dismantling him, piece by piece. Asterisk, a battle isn't won with strength. It's won with control. Asterisk. Another explosion, this one from a ruptured pipeline. Steam hissed into the air, turning the battlefield into a ghostly fog. Pathetic. Zyrosk spat, his tail whipping in frustration. Asterisk. You hide like prey, Stroud. But I smell you. I will find you. Asterisk. Callum knelt in the shadows, watching his enemy stumble through the wreckage. The alien was angry now, his movements reckless. Good. He reached into his vest, pulling free a coil of repurposed wiring. A trap. Quick and simple. Wrapping one end around a fractured beam, he strung the nearly invisible cord across the alleyway and secured it to a fallen girder. Then he made his move. With a sharp whistle, Callum drew Zyrosk's attention. The warlord turned, eyes locking onto his target. There. Zyrosk charged, clawed feet pounding the ground. Callum stood his ground. Waited. Then, at the last moment, stepped aside. Zyrosk's legs caught the wire. His momentum carried him forward, but his feet stayed behind. The warlord crashed face first into the dirt, hard enough to rattle his fangs. Callum exhaled and pulled his knife free. Now, big guy, he muttered, stepping forward. Asterisk. Let's see how you do when the prey fights back. Asterisk. Zyrosk pushed himself up with a low, guttural growl. His armored scales were scraped, his pride bruised. He turned, eyes blazing. Callum stood a few feet away, knife twirling lazily in his hand. Asterisk. Not so easy when your enemy doesn't just stand still and die, huh? Asterisk, Callum said, voice calm. Zyrosk bared his fangs. Asterisk. You think this is a game, human? Asterisk, he surged forward, closing the distance in a blink. Callum ducked. The alien's claws tore through empty air as the old soldier rolled aside. He wasn't faster than Zyrosk. He wasn't stronger. But speed and strength meant nothing without control. The battlefield was his. Callum bolted through the ruins, weaving through twisted beams and broken pipelines. Zyrosk pursued, snarling, smashing obstacles aside. The warlord was done playing. His strikes were wild now, filled with frustration. Good. Callum vaulted over a collapsed support column and slid into the remains of an old refinery. The place reeked of rust and leaking chemicals. He grabbed a broken pipe, sniffed. Still flammable. Zyrosk burst through the refinery's entrance, crushing metal underfoot. Asterisk. Enough running! Asterisk, he roared. Callum pulled a flare from his vest. Asterisk. You're right. Enough running. Asterisk, he flicked the flare against his boot, sparks igniting the red phosphorus tip. Then he tossed it. The flare hit the leaking chemicals. A line of fire shot across the floor, straight to the pressurized tanks stacked along the walls. Zyrosk's eyes widened. Boom! The explosion rocked the refinery. The shockwaves sent Zyrosk flying, slamming him into a rusted bulkhead. The walls groaned. Metal screeched. Then the whole structure began to collapse. Callum was already moving. He sprinted through the falling debris, lungs burning from the heat. A chunk of steel crashed down behind him, blocking Zyrosk from view. The refinery was coming down. Outside, Callum skidded to a stop, turning just in time to see the building fold in on itself. Smoke and dust billowed into the sky. For a long moment, There was only silence. Then movement. A twisted girder shifted. Zyrosk emerged. He was battered. Blood seeped between his armored plates. One of his horns was cracked. But his eyes burned with fury. Asterisk. You think that will stop me? Asterisk. His voice was ragged, but defiant. Asterisk. You think your tricks can defeat a true warrior? Asterisk. Callum sighed, shaking his head. Asterisk. You aliens always think war is about who hits harder. Asterisk. He reached into his vest and pulled out a detonator. Zyrosk's gaze flicked to the refinery wreckage. Understanding dawned. No. Callum pressed the trigger. A second explosion ripped through the ruins. The ground buckled. A massive storage tank, half buried in debris, erupted in a shockwave of fire and shrapnel. Callum turned, walking away as the blaze roared behind him. Asterisk. Told you, big guy. War ain't about strength. It's about who's left standing. Asterisk. Smoke curled into the sky, thick and acrid. Flames still licked at the twisted wreckage of the refinery, embers glowing like dying stars. Callum stood at the edge of the battlefield, rolling his shoulder. His body ached, old bones reminding him that he wasn't the man he used to be. But he was still enough. A deep rumbling sound broke through the crackling fire. Metal shifted, debris tumbled aside. Then, through the settling dust, Zyrosk rose again. Callum exhaled slowly. The warlord was a wreck. His obsidian armor was shattered in places, his once proud stance hunched with exhaustion. Blood, dark and viscous, seeped from dozens of wounds. And yet he still stood, still stared Callum down with those reptilian eyes full of hatred and disbelief. You! Zyrosk rasped, asterisk. You should not still be alive. Asterisk. Callum smirked, wiping a smear of dirt from his forehead. Asterisk. Funny. I was just about to say the same to you. Asterisk. Zyrosk took a shaky step forward. His breathing was labored, but his pride wouldn't let him stop. Asterisk. I am General Zyrosk, the Dominion's mightiest warrior. You. Asterisk. He coughed, spitting blood. Asterisk. Are an old man. Asterisk. Callum gave a slow nod. Asterisk. Yep. Asterisk. The silence stretched between them. Zyrosk's claws twitched, but his movements were sluggish now. The weight of the fight was finally settling in. Asterisk. You never intended to fight me head-on. Asterisk. Zyrosk's voice was low, as if the realization pained him more than the wounds on his body. Callum shrugged. Asterisk. Why would I? You're bigger, stronger, faster. What kind of idiot would try to win that fight? Asterisk. He tapped his temple. Asterisk. War ain't about who's the toughest, big guy. It's about who's smarter. Asterisk. Zyrosk's breathing was ragged. He clenched his fists. Asterisk. Then fight me now. No tricks. No traps. Just strength against strength. Asterisk. Callum raised an eyebrow. Asterisk. Mate, are you asking me for a fair fight? Asterisk. He snorted. Asterisk. Hate to break it to you, but that's not how humanity does things. Asterisk. Zyrosk's nostrils flared. Asterisk. Cowards. Asterisk. Callum just shook his head. Asterisk. Nah. Survivors. Asterisk. The warlord's legs wobbled. He blinked, shaking his head like he was trying to clear his vision. Then Callum saw it, the slight tremor in Zyrosk's arms, the unfocused gaze. The old soldier sighed. Asterisk. Poison's kicking in, huh? Asterisk. Zyrosk's eyes snapped to him, wide with shock. Asterisk. You. Asterisk. Callum patted the side of his vest. Asterisk. That blast you walked through? Those weren't just ordinary fumes. That was refinery-grade neurotoxin in aerosol form. You're not dying, yet, but give it another 10 minutes, and you won't even be able to stand. Asterisk. Zyrosk staggered. His massive frame trembled. He had lost. Not to strength. Not even to skill, but to strategy. Callum stepped closer, looking up at the beaten warlord. Asterisk. Now, General, are you ready to listen? Asterisk. Zyrosk's knees hit the ground with a heavy thud, the mighty general reduced to a trembling figure amid the ruins. His vision blurred, his muscles locked in spasms. The neurotoxin was thorough, dismantling him from the inside out. Callum crouched in front of him, eyes hard but not without sympathy. You wanted a war of strength, Callum began, voice steady. Asterisk. But strength isn't just muscle and might. It's knowing when to fight and when to outthink your enemy. Asterisk. Zyrosk's jaw clenched, fighting the venom seeping through his veins. Asterisk. The Dominion will avenge me. Asterisk. Callum chuckled softly. Asterisk. Will they? After they see this? Asterisk. He tapped his wrist, activating the broadcast feed. Across human and Zyrich space, the live feed showed their once mighty general brought low by a lone, aged soldier. Asterisk. Wars aren't won by killing soldiers. They're won by breaking spirits. Asterisk. Callum said, his voice carrying a grim weight. Asterisk. And right now, every Zyrich watching this knows that one old man broke their best. Asterisk. Zyrosk's eyes shone with something close to fear. The concept of defeat, true, humiliating defeat, was foreign to him. Asterisk. What will you do then? Asterisk. Zyrosk rasped. Asterisk. Kill me? Parade my corpse before your people? Asterisk. Callum stood, shaking his head. Asterisk. Not my style. You go back. Tell them what happened here. Let them see that humanity isn't what you think we are. Asterisk. The general's eyes narrowed, confusion mixing with pain. Asterisk. Mercy? Asterisk. No, Callum corrected. Asterisk. A message. Asterisk. He pressed another button on his wrist device, signaling the Terran fleet. Moments later, dropships descended, Terran soldiers spreading out to secure the area. Their armor gleamed under the harsh lights, a testament to the strength of unity and preparation. Admiral Rains approached, her expression a mix of relief and amazement. Asterisk. You did it, Callum. Asterisk. He shrugged, fatigue settling into his bones. Asterisk. Just had to remind them who they were dealing with. Asterisk. Rains glanced at the crumpled form of Zyrosk. Asterisk. And him? Asterisk. Callum turned to the fallen general, now being lifted onto a stretcher by medics. The Zyrich soldiers who had come to witness their general's victory were silent, stunned into submission by the spectacle. Send him back, Callum said firmly. Asterisk. Make sure his people know exactly how this ended. Asterisk. Zyrosk was carried away, his eyes locked onto Callum's, the bitterness of defeat etched into his features. For the first time, the Zyrich Dominion had faced something they could not crush with sheer force. As the Terran forces packed up, Callum lingered at the edge of the battlefield, watching the alien ships retreat. A broadcast echoed through the ranks, the declaration of humanity's unexpected victory spreading like wildfire. One of the younger soldiers approached, eyes wide with admiration. Asterisk. Sir, how did you know you could beat him? Asterisk. Callum gave a tired smile. Asterisk. Didn't. But I knew I could make him beat himself. Asterisk. The soldier nodded slowly, absorbing the lesson. As the sun set over the battered moon of Kryn 4, Callum boarded the dropship, leaving behind a field littered with the remnants of a battle fought not with weapons, but with will and wits. And as humanity's message blazed through the stars, the galaxy learned that it wasn't the strength of their arms, but the unyielding spirit of their hearts that made humans a force to be reckoned with.